Hello art beaters, Becky here with a new video and I hope you enjoy. If you want to keep up to date on all things art beads, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel right now. Enjoy!
So these are so cool. I love them. I'm having a lot of fun with them. Take a look at these. So they are, they're kind of like the cabochon beads that we already have that are smooth domed beads where they have that domed shape. But these ones have little rose designs etched into the surface. So they are 2-hole beads. You can see we've got 2 stringing holes. So cute. We've got lots of fun new colors for these. Loving that gold. Got this pretty purple. This one you can kind of see that rose design a little better. So they're just like cute little floral touches you can add to your jewelry designs. Super sweet. Isn't that fun? 2-hole. Yeah, I love these roses too. This color is really fun as well. It's a hot pink color, but then it has this really neat, like almost metallic purple sheen. So pretty. We've got some really beautiful new Roseta beads. These are check glass 2-hole beads that are a lot like the cabochon beads. Super fun. I love that coppery color for fall. There's a nice soft blue with a subtle golden sheen. That's beautiful. These are so elegant. They remind me of Beauty and the Beast. A nice gold color. Love that. Here's another good one for fall. This gorgeous, like, yellow. Would you call that yellow? I guess so, yeah, like a buttery yellow. So pretty. That's a really fun one. A really cool iridescent color. It's like a purpley blue with some coppers in there. Oh, all of these are so fun. Silver. So these are new on the website, artbeads.com. You can shop these now. And love this blue too. That's a really nice blue. And the finish on this one is very good. Hi, Deanna. Good to see you. So pretty. So because these are so similar to cabochon beads, I actually used them in a TrendSetter pattern that features cabochon beads. So this is a pattern by TrendSetter Kim Leahy. And in her original pattern, she uses just the regular cabochon beads. But I used these Roseta beads, and I thought they looked so cute in here. So this pattern is with SUPERDUO beads and TOHO DEMI rounds, and it makes this super cute, just cute little beaded bracelet. Looks really good with my sweater, actually. Good fall colors. So you make this cute little bracelet. So there is a PDF pattern for this design. So you can see this is a TrendSetters pattern by Kim Leahy, and it's got a nice little diagram here for creating it. I've got a link to this in the video description. I am also going to add this pattern to our website as well, with the colors that I've used here and probably the colors that I'm using today, so you can easily shop the supplies we've got here. So I'm going to kind of show you how to make this cute little bracelet. I think this would be a good one to like stock up on different colors of Rosetta beads and SUPERDUOs and demi rounds and just make a bunch, and then you could stack them up and kind of wear them together and combine them. I think that would be really fun. So this goes by pretty quickly to make. It's pretty straightforward for a bead weaving project. So I think it'd be really fun to just go crazy with colors and make a bunch of different variations. Super fun. All right, so I've got my thread and I'm gonna put my needle on my thread here. Oh, thank you, Laura. Yeah, demos are fun. It's always fun to try new little patterns and techniques. I need to look at this while not on my phone. Yeah, I like to cast like live videos and YouTube videos on my TV. It's so easy now with smart TVs to put the content that you have on your phone onto the TV, so it's really cool. Roses are one of my favorite flowers. Well, these beads are perfect for you then. Okay, so I've got my needle on my thread, and we're going to start with a SUPERDUO. So let's choose the SUPERDUOs we want to use. I've got these really pretty gold ones, and then I've got some brighter gold demi rounds, and I was thinking of using these gold Rosetta beads, but you could even use, ooh, I might use the copper in there. That's kind of fun. You could even use that pretty blue. That might be a fun one. I think I'm gonna go copper. Just keep those fall colors coming. So you're gonna start by adding a SUPERDUO to your thread, and then a demi round. And these are very small beads, so kind of fun to try and pick them up. So we've got a demi round, and then you're gonna add your cabochon bead or your Rosetta bead. And you wanna pay attention when adding these each time that you're adding them in the same orientation. So I'm gonna add them from the left stringing hole. So I'm adding my Rosetta bead, and then you're gonna add another demi round, and then another SUPERDUO. And I've got links to the demi rounds and SUPERDUOs on our website too, so you can shop your favorite colors. Ooh, these are really nice. Oh, Marisol, yeah. Marisol says she has been loving your Reels and TikTok videos. Yeah, we are on TikTok now, so if you have TikTok, you should follow us. Our handle is just @artbeads.com, so you should follow us there if you're on TikTok. TikTok really mystifies me. I'm so impressed by everybody's like video skills and creativity, and humor on TikTok is so good. Everybody on TikTok really impresses me. I love it. All right, so we've got those added, and then we're going to add 10 demi rounds. So you're starting at the end of your bracelet. So this is where I'm gonna make that loop on the end of my bracelet. So you've got 10 demi rounds here. So we've got 1, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. All right, so I've got 10 demi rounds on there now. So now you're going to kind of loop back around to make that loop. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a bead stopper on the end of my thread here so my beads don't come flying off as I'm getting this set up. And you kind of want a 5 to 6 inch tail of thread at the end of all of this, so we will do that. All right, so I just added my 10 demi rounds for my loop at the end of my bracelet, and that loop is for attaching your chosen clasp once you're all done. So now you're going to come back down through this SUPERDUO to make that loop. There, I've got a cute little loop. And then you're going to add another SUPERDUO to the thread before going through that second stringing hole of the cabochon bead, the Rosetta bead. There we go. And then we're going to add another demi round bead, and then go through that second stringing hole of that first SUPERDUO bead that we added. Woohoo! And then I'm going to loop back around through all of these to kind of reinforce and secure all of this in place. And you can also knot your thread too between beads. That'll keep it really nice and secure. And then once you've got that knotted and looped and secured, you can really remove that bead stopper because your beads shouldn't move around as much. So I'm just going back through all of these beads to just reinforce. And then I'm back down here. Really pretty. I like these colors. Okay, so now we're at the point where we're going to be adding length to our bracelet. So what you do here is you're going to add a demi round again, a demi round, and then we're going to add the left stringing hole of a cabochon bead. So we've got those lined up properly. So like I said earlier, it's important to pay attention to that orientation of the cabochon bead when you add it, because you want all of those rose designs to be facing in the same direction. So after you've added that, then you're going to add another TOHO demi round and a SUPERDUO. Oops, I've got two SUPERDUOs on my thread accidentally. That's not what I want, so I'm just going to come back up through that extra SUPERDUO, and that will take it off of my thread there. All right, so I've got a demi round and a SUPERDUO. I'm going to loop back around through that second stringing hole on the SUPERDUO, and then we're going to add our demi rounds on this side of the bracelet. So I've looped back around that second stringing hole. I need a demi round, and I'm going to go through that second stringing hole of the cabochon bead. I'm going to add another demi round to my thread. And then I'm going to go through that previous SUPERDUO. There we go. And then I'm going to loop through these beads again. So I'm coming through that SUPERDUO. I'm coming through that TOHO demi round. I'm going to go through that cabochon bead. I'm going to go through that next demi round and that next SUPERDUO to line myself up for repeating this step for the length of my bracelet. So you're just going to keep doing that. You're going to keep adding that demi round, cabochon bead, demi round, SUPERDUO, looping through the SUPERDUO, adding a demi round, going back through the cabochon bead, adding a demi round, looping back. So that's what you do for the length of the bracelet. So I'm going to do a couple more rows here, and then I'll just show you how to add the as you can see on this bracelet, we've got demi rounds on the sides. I'll just show you how to do that from where, like, say we added all of the length that we were going to add. I'll show you how to do that without having to add the whole length. What stitch are you using? I don't know if it's like an official stitch. This pattern was created by Kim Leahy, and it's just kind of stringing and looping back and forth to get the beads going. I don't know if it is an official stitch, I guess, but it's super easy. It's really just kind of looping back and forth to get these beads all together. So I've added my demi round, cabochon bead, demi round, SUPERDUO, coming back through that SUPERDUO through the second stringing hole, adding a demi round, going through, adding a demi round, going through that previous SUPERDUO, and then looping back through the first stringing holes to get ready for the next section. Those colors are really nice. I like those colors a lot. So we'll add another one. Left hole of a cabochon bead. Is that the left hole? Yeah. Left hole of the cabochon bead, another demi round, and another SUPERDUO. Sometimes you just got to sing out the name SUPERDUO. It sounds so mighty. All right, so we've got that on. We're going to go through that second hole of the SUPERDUO. add a demi round, go back through that second hole of the cabochon bead, add another demi round, and go through that previous SUPERDUO. And go back through all of these beads. So pretty. I'm loving these colors for fall. Yes. Okay. So that's what you do to add length to your bracelet. You just keep repeating that. And I repeated that probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 times. You can repeat it for however long you need. I liked to check the fit as I was going on my wrist, keeping in mind that that loop and clasp will add some length. But I'm going to show you, I'm going to go back up to the beginning of my bracelet to kind of show you how to add those extra demi rounds once you've got your length. So once you get to the end of your bracelet, you will add 10 demi rounds here and then loop back through. And then that's when you're going to start to add your fringe. Again, all of these instructions are in this PDF diagram here, which I have linked, and I will be adding it to the website with these color variations that I'm creating here. So super easy, straightforward little bead weaving bracelet design here. But I'm going to go back to the beginning and show you how to add those extra demi rounds on the side. And as you can see, you do not have to add those extra demi rounds. They just add a little bit more flair. But you can see here from the example, we've got one that just has the demi rounds between the SUPERDUOs and then one that has those added demi rounds. But I think those added ones add a little bit more elegant style, a little bit more regal beauty, which I think works nicely with these little Roseta beads because they've got a really sweet, elegant look. So I'll show you how to do those. It's not hard. So we will take a look. Always fun to add a little extra flair to your jewelry, right? I think so. So all you want to do once you're ready to add your flourish of demi rounds is you want to get positioned. You're going to skip adding them to this section right at the end of your loop. You're going to go through these beads here. So you're not going to add a flourish to this little section. So you're going to go through that first demi round and you're going to go through that first demi round, that first cabochon bead, and then go through this next demi round. So once your needle is out of that next demi round, you're going to add 3 more demi rounds to your thread. So I've got 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to go through, skip over that SUPERDUO, and go through that next demi round. So pretty. And then go through the next cabochon bead and the next demi round. So I'm going through that next cabochon bead and demi round. And that's what you do. So you just add your 3 demi rounds. Skip over the SUPERDUO and go through the next demi round. So you're going to do that for the length of your bracelet, and we have a little short length here, so it won't take us as long. But I didn't add the loop on the other side because I actually want to finish this bracelet for you guys after the demo here. So I will go back and kind of fiddle with it to complete it at an actual length. So then you go through the next cabochon bead, go through the next demi round, add 3 more. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Skip over that SUPERDUO and go through the next demi round. And then once you reach the other end of your bracelet, you will loop around and do the same on the other side of the bracelet. Yeah, fairly easy, but adds so much. Yeah, those little added 3 demi rounds really do add a lot, as you can see. They just make it look, I don't know, extra fancy. Extra fun. So on this side, we're going to go through that same demi round. So we're coming through that demi round. We're going to add 3 more demi rounds to our needle. Skip over the SUPERDUO and go through the next demi round. Go through the next cabochon bead and demi round. Add 3 demi rounds. Oh, they are 11/0 demi rounds, D. Good question. Yes, 11/0 demi rounds are what are used here. And those work really well with the size of the SUPERDUOs. So yes, 11/0 demi rounds. Thank you for asking. And that's all listed out in the PDF diagram as well, what you'll need. All right, we're coming through that demi round. Add 3 more demi rounds to the thread. Skip over that SUPERDUO and add another. Go through that other demi round. Come through those. So we've got those. So once you've got them added on each side, you're going to want to go back around and you're going to come through the beads again to cinch up that little, it's kind of like a picot edge. So you're going to go back around and cinch up the picot edge in a cool way, and it really does help create a more pointed effect in those demi rounds. So I'll show you what you do. So I'm just going to loop back through my beads here. And keep that in mind. You do loop around several times, and it does get tight with your needle and thread going through all those beads so many times. So keep that in mind when choosing your needle size. I would find a pretty small needle to get through all of that. So what you're gonna do, I'm coming up to my first embellished edge. I'm gonna go through that cabochon bead, then I'm gonna go through the first 2 demi rounds. So to really make that center demi round kind of pop up in this embellished edge, you're gonna skip going through that center demi round and come through the next demi rounds. So you're not bringing your thread through that center demi round, and then you're going to pull, and look, it really does cinch that up nicely and create more of a point there. So you're just going to go back through and do that on all of your embellished edges. So I'm coming through this next cabochon bead. See how much that defines that little point there? It really does make a difference. When I first tried this, I thought, I don't need to do that. But actually, when I did it, it really does make a difference. It really makes it more pronounced around that SUPERDUO shape. So I've come through those first 2 demi rounds. I'm going to skip that center demi round and come through the next demi round. So you can see it's a little more rounded, but once you do that little pass through, skipping over that center one, it really does make that point more pronounced, especially as you come through that that cabochon bead. And like I said, this is very tight with all of these passes of thread. So having a smaller needle really is helpful. So you can see that's become more pronounced because I skipped over that top bead. And you may have to do some fiddling with it. There, it's way more pointed. So that's what you do. You just keep going with your demi rounds there and passing through them in that manner, and that will make your point more pronounced on each side. And eventually you will end up with a beautiful piece like this. So pretty. I really like the colors I chose for this one. Again, you don't have to add those extra demi rounds. You can just leave it simple with the demi rounds that are just between the super duos, but I do like how that little flare looks there. So I have a link to this PDF diagram in the video description. They use regular cabochon beads, but I think these little Roseta cabochon beads are a great option for this pattern, and we have all of these pretty colors to choose from, so make sure to check those out. I can't wait to finish this one because the colors are so good. So I will finish these up, put a clasp on this one. That's the great thing, is once you've got this all stitched up, you can just use jump rings to add a clasp. So I'll finish these pieces up and we will get them in the design studio for you guys with supplies lists. So super fun. So I hope that inspires you to make cute little Roseta bracelets. I think they look so sweet in designs, and you could make a ton and stack them up. We love bracelet stacks. So super fun. So those are the new Roseta beads. Okay, I think that is everything that I have for you today. Really fun beads and designs today. Super fun. I hope you guys are inspired. I know I am. All right.